It's been 3 years since Toyota's Corolla Altis hit Indian roads, and since then it's become quite a popular executive sedan. But 3 years means it's time for a refresh and a revamp, and the new car is that. At first glance, it's hard to make out what exactly is new. When you look again, the changes seem more apparent. For one, the new grille has bolder chrome-tipped slats. There's also a new stepped shape to the headlights. It makes them look slimmer and more feline. The headlamp glass pops out at the edges for a sportier look. They also house HIDs, and there's a washer system tucked away in the bumper. The bumper itself is a new design too. The air dams and the eyelets for the fog lamps are taller than before. The outside rearview mirrors get turn indicators built into them. The rear too has a sportier look. The bumper is redesigned with a diffuser type look to it. It also gets angular reflectors and a sporty groove running down the side. The tail lamps get clear lenses with LEDs. There's also a wider chrome strip above the number plate. To get inside the Altis, there's a new smart key, though it feels a bit hard and plasticky to hold. Once you get inside, things remain by and large the same. However, the occupants get treated to perforated leather seats now. The seats themselves are unchanged, so the front seat's base feels a bit short on under-thigh support. The wood trim on the center console and the doors also looks more attractive as it has a richer, darker hue. The equipment list has grown too. It features reverse parking sensors and a touchscreen DVD media player. Well, on the face of it, the changes don't seem all that many and definitely not all that exciting. But there are some significant changes under the skin. Let's hit the road to see what they are. Under the hood, Toyota has made a few select crucial changes. For instance, the intake tract has been retuned and the 1.8-litre motor now uses variable valve timing on the intake and on the exhaust valves. The results are quite surprising. Earlier, the engine used to feel quite boomy and used to feel a little rough when you revved it up. Now it feels a lot smoother, a lot more comfortable, even when you rev it hard. Performance has improved too. Power is up by 7 bhp and torque has increased by 0.3 kgm. Well, that doesn't sound all that exciting, does it? While power and torque figures have been bumped up by a bit, it's really when you drive it that you realize what a difference it's made, because this car just feels a lot stronger. The engine just feels way more linear in the way it delivers power, which really means it'll be a stronger engine to drive in a variety of conditions, even in stop-go traffic. It really revs quite nicely also. It's still not a sporty motor. To improve performance and drivability even further, the 5-speed transmission has now been replaced by a new 6-speed unit. Now, if you wanted something sporty, the 6-speed manual gearbox might not be exactly what you would have expected, because the gears have been set a little bit tall. So, well, when you step on it, you get a nice healthy response, but it's not like that peppy, sharp feel that you would have wanted. But the plus side of this is you get a nice, smooth car with good drivability, and you might end up with good fuel economy. In our performance runs, the Altis hit 100 km an hour from standstill in 9.6 seconds. That's an improvement of nearly a second over the previous car. So it's not just better performance. Toyota also claimed that the Corolla with the 6-speed manual gearbox will return better fuel efficiency to the tune of 15.22 km per litre. One thing is that the clutch can prove to be a bit bothersome in stop-go traffic. However, if you want to take the hassle out of city driving without sacrificing too much of efficiency, Toyota is now offering the recalibrated engine with a new 7-speed CVTi automatic transmission. The CVT gearbox is nice to drive because it doesn't have that rubber band effect, which means basically if you put your foot down, normally you would get that lag, the engine would rev up, but you wouldn't have that much progress. But this transmission doesn't have that. It feels nice and responsive really. some amount of the lag can be felt when you push hard. But that's only to be expected, and even then there's some joy to be derived from the gearbox. The other thing is the gear shifts. The upshifts are nice and smooth and quick, and the real surprise here is the downshifts. You get nice quick downshifts, making it nice to drive. Once again, just don't expect the same kind of responsiveness as in a manual. It is, after all, a CVT. One feature missing on the Indian CVT variant are paddle shifts, which are available on international versions. However, in terms of numbers, the CVT-equipped Altis managed the run from 0 to 100 in a healthy 11.26 seconds. The Corolla Altis also sports a mildly tweaked suspension to cope with the increased weight of the Autobox. Last of all, the Corolla Altis will also be offered in a new blue metallic color option. When you put it all together, it certainly seems that the new Corolla Altis is a lot more than just a facelift. There have been several small changes to the Corolla, but they've all added up to make a big difference. Look real close and you will notice there are some design differences, and when you notice them you'll realize that the car does look more aggressive, more contemporary. On the inside you get more equipment, it feels more luxurious as well. But the biggest change and the biggest improvement for me is what's under the hood. The engine and drivetrain combinations on offer now really make this a flexible and strong package. It really is a better performer and makes it all the more appealing mechanically. Overall, as a package, it's definitely grown stronger. Still, the new Altis isn't more exciting or more comfortable. However, with prices expected to go up by 50,000 rupees for the manual and 1 lakh for the automatic, the Corolla becomes an even more sensible pick as an executive saloon.